Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien here on the morning of Tuesday, August 9th, 2022. Funny thing, you forgot August 6th and you're forgetting today, August 9th. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It should be on your psyche for the rest of your duration as Americans. Because you brought this to this world, and therefore it's your responsibility and descendants to act on it. But you guys, like you do everything else, threw that into File 13. And it's costing you big time. And today's commentary is on your disintegration, and it's entitled Watergate and January 6th. In 1861, you had Virginia and South Carolina was the first state to succeed. South Carolina, you have a reputation of being a pain in the ass in this union for a long time. You've done it in 1820 by nullifying the Compromise of 1820. Yeah, remember that? That cost you big times, which led to eventual civil war. And then you proceeded to go worse on the Civil War, and you South Carolinians, you own your ancestors' mistakes. Okay? You succeeded, and you started the first fire of Fort Sumter in 1861 that caused the Civil War. And you paid the heavy price when Sherman came around and buried you in fire, didn't he? And he had all right to do that because you caused the problem. And you're still causing the problem today. Then you got you Republicans and Democrats who don't seem to understand that the world does not revolve around you and the country does not revolve around you. It revolves around Americans. In Watergate, you Republicans turned your back on President Nixon because you had to. I don't think you turned your back against President Trump. He did some good things in his office, but he's a bad president. So that negates the good things that he did. Is Biden a good president? No. He's even worse than Trump in some cases. Trump is a divider. Biden is a, well, I'm here, but I don't know what the hell to do type guy, so I'll go with the flow. And that's killing you, because he's going with the Green Deal. Both bad things. Trump and Biden are bad for the United States. And unlike the Republicans of Watergate, you Republicans seem to be allying with Trump, dividing the nation and forgetting about your forefather, another Republican, Abraham Lincoln. A house divided against itself cannot stand. And you are dividing the house just as much as the Democrats are. They're not innocent in this either. And you Americans, as both parties call you, those dumb American people, we have to get their votes. Yeah. It's time for you to get off your duffs and tell both of these parties to go stick it. When the Republican parties turned their back on Richard Nixon, and when Vice President Gerald R. Ford became president and had to pardon Nixon, was Nixon guilty? Oh, you believe it. He was guilty of a lot of stuff. But unlike today's Democrats and Republicans, you Democrats and Republicans in the Watergate era didn't go as far as you could have. You could have done the same thing to Richard Nixon. Go into San Clemente and get a warrant and search his house and find all kinds of stuff. Maybe you would have found the 18.5-minute gap on the tape there that Miss Rosemary Woods took it to her grave, huh? Yes? Really? So it's an alien from another planet. I'm saying, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing, American people? Is Trump guilty? Yes. Should you go to this far to get him behind bars? No. Because you're violating the democracy that you guys abhor so much, that I hear you say, especially CNN. Our democracy! Yeah, what democracy? There is no democracy here. There's autocracy, totalitarianism, and chaos. There is no democracy here. I get what I'm trying to get, and to hell with the American people. Some Republicans are that way. The Democrats, let's give everything away and see what we can get after that, and take advantage of the stupid American people. Yeah. And where is the guardians of the American people? There isn't any. The American people don't seem to have their own gumption to say, we want a country that helps us. Not helps the Democrats, not helps the Republicans, not helps the rich, and not help the poor, but us. We shouldn't be rich, we shouldn't be poor, we shouldn't be Democrats, and we shouldn't be Republicans, we should be Americans, and mostly, we should be humans. Too bad your country disintegrates before your next election for president, and your race disintegrates after you get beaten up by, or what's left of you gets beaten up by the Mushka in 2065. And don't worry, when I get back and my host dies, which will be in a couple years, I hope, maybe soon, maybe this year, I'm hoping he dies so I can go home and turn my ship around and take those 300,000 humans, and a few of those were descendants of Americans, by the way, and put them back on Earth and say, you die with your planet. You don't need to fester the rest of the galaxy with your problems. This is your favorite alien, and I hope you understand what I mean and get off your duffs and start doing something to save your race. Otherwise, when I do this in 2066, you had it coming. Good day.